Hi everybody, it's me Lala. Thanks for stopping by for the video. Happy Saturday everybody. It is Saturday, August 16th, 2025. I am recording this on Friday, August 15th, 2025. We are in the 9 a.m. hour here, and this is our weekly garden walkthrough, friends. We are winding down the season here at Lilleybugglane and winding down our season of garden walkthroughs. We certainly are. You will see that things are fading, things are being taken out of the garden, cut down, and we are looking forward already to next year. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I certainly do. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, how your weekend's going, how your gardens are growing. Mary's quite contraries, right? Right. So sit back, grab a beverage, and enjoy our garden walkthrough. Okay, friends, here we go. You're going to hear birds. You're going to hear things happening in the neighborhood. I'm not one bit sorry. That is real life. It certainly is. As you can see, Chewy has cut down the stems on the hostas, so all of the blooms have gone away, and you can see that some of the hostas are starting to brown up, so they're ending their season of growth. We have our fabulous fountain here, friends. We certainly do. That's a solar fountain. Maybe if you check at the Lowe's, they might be on clearance, so check your Lowe's. It's wonderful to have a fountain. We have our purple plume grass. Now we had quite a rainfall on Thursday evening, I do believe, Wednesday or Thursday evening. So these got rained on quite a bit, and it's taken them a little bit to come back up. But this is our plume grass, friends, and we all remember when we first put them in, and look how much they have grown. Now these are annuals, so they will be removed out of the ground, and we will put in new ones next year. But I absolutely love these. And this one here is a monster. It is just a monster. It certainly is. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I just got off the treadmill, so that's what's happening. We have our strawberry and cream marigolds there. We also have our primary Thumbelina zinnias, and we have a couple that went rogue. Look how tall a couple of those went. I know, right? Craziness. We also have our tut grass here. Now, you can see I did do a very aggressive cutback on these. And we do have new stalks growing, and then we have these stalks here that have the seed. They're going to seed, friends. They certainly are. So we're that. This white flowering sage is wonderful. The bees absolutely love it. We have our wire plant here, which I absolutely love. We have the hyssop, which is not a favorite of mine, friends. It's not a favorite of mine. You may like it. I'm not totally keen on it. We have our asparagus fern right there, which I do love, so you will see that next year in the garden. We have our little quartet here. We have our purple and green basil. We have our rosemary. Now, I will be removing the rosemary stems and infusing the rosemary in some oil to use on my hair, friends, my hair. There is our campfire daisies. This is the pot that did the best, friends, this year. These were pretty disappointing this year, the campfire daisies, but they are a favorite. And then, of course, we have our globe basil, which, can I tell you, was a little bit of a disappointment. It's already going to seed. I think we may have planted it too late in the season, and it didn't quite grow into a ball, although it did, but not as much as I wanted it to. So, and we will be enjoying our decorative plant spikes as long as we can. So we have our allium there doing wonderfully. We have our echinacea doing great. You can see that they are fading. We will be leaving those up for quite a while because the birds love to eat the seeds. So we have our mandevilla over here, which, can I tell you, has done absolutely wonderful over here. Now, you know we bought the wrong kind. These are the containers. We wanted the vining, so we're going to get the vining next year. But these have done wonderful right here, and we will certainly be getting some for next year and putting them in pots, and then we will get the vining so that it can go up the teepee. Now, this is on the other side of the fence, but this is a crepe myrtle that we have on the other side of the fence, and it has grown like crazy this year. So that will be trimmed down. We don't want it to get too tall since it's on the side of the house. These echinacea are new. They were on clearance at the Lowe's, so we got 2 of those. You'll see those later. We have our butterfly bush, which has been doing very well. We certainly do. Now, friends, we had a casualty. Our monster miniature petunia, table petunias, something happened. It totally browned. I mean, the whole thing within a day just browned. It wasn't lacking water. It wasn't in too much sun because they like sun, but it just totally browned up within a day. I tried everything. I moved it into the shade. I gave it extra water. It just went into cardiac arrest, and it is gone, friends. So this is the hose box petunias that we moved here. So we're going to let them enjoy this spot here till the end of the season, or as long as they last. We have our trio of pots over here doing very well. We certainly do. And we have the tut grass, and then we have our Cleopatra grass. And I am a real fan of the Cleopatra grass. And you can see this one here is old, right? Because it's got the seed little things on the tips. So I know that's an old one. There is our allium, finally giving us a show, friends. Finally giving us a show, right? Finally. So there is the other bunch of echinacea that was on sale at the Lowe's. We will not, rarely, friends, will we pass up on sale clearance perennials, right? Right. Now, as you can see, our pastel Thumbelina zinnias are fading very quickly, as is the double bloom euphorbia. So those are ending their cycle. This Dracaena right here, this spike, has just gotten a second wind, friends. It certainly has. And it is showing off very nicely for the end of the season. We have our plume grass here. You can see we have a slight breeze this morning. It is going to be a wonderful day here today at Lilleybugglane. So we have our foxglove there. I'm going to cut those spires off and see if we can get one more bloom. Okay, friends, we are ending the wave of daisies. We certainly are. Let me tell you something. Deadheading this is a full-time job. It certainly is. But we have certainly enjoyed them this year, haven't we? We certainly have, and we are looking forward to next year. So are we ready? This is probably going to be one of our last daisy wave rides, friends. So let's enjoy it, right? Let's enjoy it. There we go, friends. Probably one more ride on the Daisy Wave during our garden tours, and that'll be it. These will be cut down, and we will be looking forward to next year. Here is our Olympic size bird bath with the fountain. The birds love the fountain and the bird bath. So here we go, friends. Trying to stay out of the sunlight. Probably not the best time to do our tour early in the morning, but it's when I have the time. This is a monster. And can I tell you, I love it. This is our cucumber tower, friends. It certainly is. And you can see we have plenty of blossoms, and we're hoping that they turn into cucumbers. And there's a cucumber right there, friends. See it right there. Cucumbers right there. So we're averaging maybe 1 cucumber a day, or maybe 2 a week. So that's really, really good. I've been enjoying. You can see that it's starting to get tired. We have our potatoes right here. They're doing well. Oh, friends. Look at this. This is a hot mess, isn't it? Now, we've gotten 2 ears of corn. We certainly have. And then we have some more right there. So that's exciting. We're getting a little bit of mildew. I think that's what that is on the leaves. And that's because we're getting heavy dew at night time now in the garden. You're going to hear a lawnmower. You certainly are. Something has eaten this cabbage. I'm going to have Chewy harvest this cabbage here, and we might have some bugs that are eating this cabbage here. So we did get 1 head of cabbage already. We're going to get this head here, and then we'll just leave the rest for the wanderers or travelers that come through the yard. We are getting some peppers on the plants. As you can see, that's very, very exciting. You can see we have lots and lots of green tomatoes. So we're hoping, and you see some red in there too, friends. We're hoping that they will ripen up quickly. I've been cooking them down for sauce. So that is exciting. One of the things about gardening, friends, is it looks neat and tidy until it doesn't, right? And that's when you get your most harvest, and then it just starts to look tired. It just starts to look tired. We have some nice red tomatoes there, don't we? We certainly do. And look at all of the tomatoes on the vines. Holy cow. Look at them all. Craziness. I hope they'll ripen up. I certainly do. Now, these mounding zinnias here are doing very, very nicely. They remind me of a dreamsicle. They're that color orange. They remind me of a dreamsicle. So here we go, friends, into the hostas. You can see we're getting tired, coming to the end of the season. We certainly are. We have our ball of sunshine doing very, very nicely back here. So we're happy about that. I'll tell you, these hosta stems have been holding on. They certainly have. Ball of sunshine. We have our black-eyed Susans. Oh, friends, we love these black-eyed Susans. They are just fabulous in the garden. They certainly are. We have our foxglove. These are our really big foxglove, so they're doing well. The daisy gang has been totally deadheaded, so that will be cut down. And then, friends, we have our zinnia wave. It's doing well, slow growing, but doing well. And we do have some zinnias blooming. We certainly do. This is my favorite color. That's my favorite color of zinnia right there. So, and I like the orange ones too. I certainly do. Here's our black myrtle back here in the corner. She's doing quite well. I'm still hoping she makes it to the middle. She makes it to the middle support. I'd like her to be that big before the season ends. Okay, friends, just a look. You can see the grass is starting to go dormant. I hear a cardinal. That's a cardinal chirping. And here we go, friends, over to the secret garden, right? Now, look at this pussy willow. See the light green? That's new growth, friends. That's new growth. I hear you. I hear you. Settle down. We can both be out here at the same time. Look at this beautiful blue. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a periwinkle, friends. It's like a periwinkle. We have the allium doing very, very nicely. Certainly do. The echinacea. Black-eyed Susans. More allium. Now, remember, friends, this is the yarrow. I was not a fan. I am not a fan. But look at the pods. Look at the pods that have formed on it. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy, isn't it? It certainly is. We have our mounding zinnias here. It's funny because when some of the flowers start to fade, they almost look neon. You know what I mean? The color, it gets like real vibrant and real like translucent colored. So it almost looks neon, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Look at the allium. We waited long enough, didn't we, friends? We certainly did. Jeez. Right? I know. I know. Our fairy wand right there. I don't think the fairy wand did as well as it has in years past, friends. I really don't. That's just my opinion, but I really don't. And then we have our hydrangea back there, and you can see that the blooms are starting to mute a little bit. So there we go. And then, friends, we have the star of the show. This is the monster hibiscus. This is the monster. Shall we take a ride? You want to take a ride on the hibiscus wave? Let's do that, friends. This is unbelievable. I've been doing daily hibiscus updates on our channel so that everybody can see the process and the evolution of the hibiscus bush. It is absolutely fabulous, friends. The blooms are measuring anywhere from 6 inches to almost 8 inches, and we are certainly enjoying it. And we have a beautiful view out of our bedroom window each morning, and that's the first thing I do is check this hibiscus bush. So we have our echinacea here doing very, very well. We will be adding to this next year. So I would love to have this totally echinacea. We all are in agreement with this, right? We're all in agreement. We're over here at the corner of the garage, friends, and everything's doing very, very well. I guess these campfire daisies have done quite well this year too. So I guess I can't complain too much about them. Now this is dill. I told you all last week that this was dill. I don't think it's going to reach its full potential, friends, before it gets too cold. So we will definitely be planting dill earlier in the season next year. We certainly will. And you'll see a lot more of the vinca and the sun patience next year in our garden here at Lilleybugglane. Okay, friends, look at these zinnias. Aren't they fabulous? And we do have sunflowers starting to bloom. This right here is another one of my favorites. That is another one of my favorite zinnias right there. I love it. The orange color is just so wonderful. And then I love the red. This red right here is fabulous too. So you can see the different variations in the blooms, right? The different shapes. They're just wonderful. Here is a sunflower. Wonderful. And we've pretty much reached above the fence, friends. We certainly have. Those are our volunteers. The two tallest ones are the volunteers. We still have plenty of sunflower blooms, so we're excited about that. And we will leave the blooms on the stalks. We will not deadhead the sunflowers because the birds love to eat the sunflower seeds. So kind of double duty, right? Double duty. Look at that orange, friends. Oh my gosh. How fabulous is that? Right? Just wonderful. And we are enjoying morning glories also from our neighbors. So we have them coming over the fence, under the fence, through the fence, in through the sunflowers. So that's nice. We're enjoying that. And there are some of our sunflowers. And then if you look way up at the top, there is a sunflower. Lots of sunflower buds. Lots of sunflower buds. So we will be able to enjoy those well into September. We certainly will. So friends, just a quick walk through the garden for the weekend. I hope that you have enjoyed our time together as much as I have, and I certainly have. It's kind of sad to see the garden fading for the season. It certainly is, but we have enjoyed it while we have been walking through the garden every weekend, and I certainly appreciate you spending a little bit of time out of your weekend with me to see what has been happening in the garden here at Lilleybugglane. I will continue the garden tours for as long as we can, as long as there's something to see, and of course I will show you the remnants of the garden once we take everything down. Because there's a lot of it, friends. You don't realize it, but there is a lot of it. Again, I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Are we ready, friends? I think we're ready. I hope you are happy. More than anything, I hope you are happy. I hope you're healthy. Take your zinc every day, friends. It is up to us. Healthy people are not profitable. Get out in the sunshine and let the sun cure what ails you, friends. It works. I promise. And I hope you are safe. I certainly do. Know the weather in your area so you will be prepared and not scared. Check out Max Velocity on YouTube to know the weather that is expected in your area. I think of you all often. You are never far in my thoughts, and we will be together again soon.